Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my review of the Sony Google TV model number NSZ-GS7. This little box of tricks sports a whole host of inputs and outputs on the back, including an HDMI input and output, optical out, and a couple of USB inputs as well. It also sports things like Dolby Digital Plus, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And it's really well presented and looks very promising when you first get it out of the box. It's very quick and easy to set up, and once set up you're presented with this really nice user interface. You can see sort of ghosted out in the background there the YouTube application, which I'll show you in a short while. And then we've got this row of icons along the bottom. The first one is sort of notifications. Then we've got all apps, and if I push my enter button you get a grid of the applications that are installed onto your device. You can see things like Netflix, Photos, Play Movies, even the Google Play Store, which gives you an indication that this is running Google Android. And then we've got things like Twitter, a Sony Entertainment application as well, and live TV just up the top here if I just scoot around the interface a little bit. If I go back, we go straight back to this presentation of the icons across the bottom. Now the TV one is for live TV. Now for copyright purposes, I haven't got my Skybox actually plugged into the back of the Google TV. If I did have, this would pull in a live feed via HDMI of regular TV, so you can actually watch it through the Google TV interface, and then you've still got all of these overlays that you can put on top of live TV. So it's quite intuitive in the way that it actually works. The YouTube app we'll take a little closer look at, and this is presented really well. I really do like the way they've set this out on the screen. We've got trending videos that we can scroll down, most popular videos, recently featured, etc. We can also go across into the side panel here if you look top left, and we've got featured videos, my YouTube for if you're actually signed in, discover, and live events as well. And we can do a search. Now if we choose to do a search, we can use the supplied remote. I'll give you a little look at the remote now on the screen, and it's a two-sided remote. On this side here we've got sort of navigation features, sort of up, down, left and right, TV controls, power on, off, the red, green, yellow and blue buttons across the bottom, as well as play and pause. And also this area here which we can use for moving the pointer around the screen. You can see in the background there the pointer moving around, and this actually clicks in and out as well, so this is sort of a pushable sort of trackpad area. And then to put text into the search box, we can flip it over and we've got the QWERTY keypad here, and then on the side we've got some volume and power controls and mute controls, so it's really well set out. So let's concentrate back on the screen there. You can see me sitting behind my camera here, and let's just type in Geekanoids into the search box, and straight away we've got some sort of search results here. Now the tricky thing with this is I'm using this with the keypad at the moment, and then when I've got the search results I feel like I've got to sort of switch this around to this angle and then use the controls on the opposing side. So it's a little bit sort of not tricky to get used to, but it's sort of weird having to keep switching sides on the remote control. But let's do this anyway, and we will enter Geekanoids, and then we will go to the right hand panel here and select something to play back. So let's have a look. Yeah, why not? Let's go to the iPhone 5 review. And it's a nice interface, it works very well. It starts playing the video, we've got the views down the bottom, the total length that the video is going to play for, and then it buffers it into the system, and it should start playing back pretty soonish. And we have then got YouTube on the large screen TV. And here we go. I could bring you this review. I'm going to start off with the bad points, because there are some bad points, and hopefully, I say hopefully, end up on a high about the new iPhone 5. And there we go, you've got the idea. So we can play back YouTube at full size. So we've got this on like a 47-inch screen at the moment. And then when we push the home button, instead of it just stopping the video playing, it ghosts it out in the background, continues playing, and then we've got full access to the menu down the bottom here again, so we can go back to maybe the YouTube home screen if we wanted to, or straight into the Play Store. Let's have a look in the Play Store. Clicking that OK button actually stops the video playing, and then we're into the Play Store. For some reason we have got something to accept here, even though I've been in here already. And we've got the regular Play Store. So we've got apps, music, movies, and a whole selection of things that we can install on the Google TV. But the downside is there is not a section here for the Google TV. So we don't know what's going to work properly on it or not. It needs a dedicated section. But there is a full array of applications that you can install. Let's click that home button again, and again the familiar overlay comes up. And we're going to leave Google Chrome till last, but we can have a very quick look in the Sony Entertainment Network app. And this gives you access to things like Video Unlimited, Music Unlimited, and Epicurious, Style.com, and a few little sort of extra goodies of entertainment. Not a great selection, but at least we've got something there to choose from. Now we're going to look at Google Chrome, so we can do web browsing on the large screen TV. I have already been testing this. We will flip this remote over, and in that top bar we will start typing in a URL. You can guess which one I'm going to go to, but let's do this. So we're going to go to geekanoids.co.uk and hit that enter button, and it loads the website in. It is not fantastic, the performance isn't brilliant, but it is acceptable. So we can sort of move our mouse pointer around. This is the trouble I've had. As soon as you invoke that mouse pointer, it brings the menu bar back up the top, and getting back onto the website is very sort of tricky indeed. But we can do it, and we can scroll through the website and have a look at the content. It's very slow and jerky, and not a great experience, but an acceptable experience. It's okay. Overall, I've been enjoying sort of using the Google TV. It's a little bit different to the Apple TV that I'm used to actually using. I can see it's got some added flexibility. We've got things like PVR options for recording through the Google TV. I think it just needs a couple of little extra bits of work done on it, and I'm going to tell you what they are. First of all, the performance of the box is not fantastic. I think if Sony took this back to the drawing board and really gave it a better processor inside to make it snappier in use, that would be a really good selling point. And also I just think that this remote needs some work. I just think it needs a few little tweaks just to make it work a little bit better. I took a long time getting used to this, flipping it over for the two different sides. And it'd be great if this trackpad was a capacitive trackpad rather than sort of actually physically clicking it in. I'd like to be able to tap to click on things. But other than that, the Sony Google TV is pretty good. It's certainly got some potential there, and I can see it really doing quite well in maybe a second or third generation unit. So for now, I'll leave you just looking at the quality of the video playback on here. Thank you very much for watching. This was my review of the Sony Google TV model number NSZ-GS7. In summary, it's got some great potential. It just needs a few little tweaks. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next one.